Hello guys, so today is 9/11/2024. I did a video to remember 9/11/2021, but I want to do a little bit of story time in bits and pieces of my life. Every 2 days I'll do a video, and hopefully you guys follow along. I will sometimes bounce around because I suffer from mental illness. Let me say, it is okay to not be okay, guys. Men, women, children, everybody. It's okay to not be okay. I suffer from PTSD, anxiety, depression, and some other things. I'm gonna start off from when I was a kid. And every 2 days I'll continue. Once again, you might see one video cover one thing and then next day another video jump to 5 years later, 10 years later, okay? But that's just how my mind works. So please make sure you guys watch each video, okay? You see me come on here a lot of times and smile and laugh and giggle, but 80% of the time that's just my way of covering up how I'm really feeling. Behind each smile isn't a true smile all the time, guys. My hair's all messed up, so forgive me. Anyways, so I was born in Arizona. My dad took me away from my mom when I was 3 months old, okay? And the story I was given by my dad as I got older was because my mom was an H user. She had an addiction to H. If you know what H is, I can't say words, all the words, you guys. So if you know what H is, then you know what H is. If you don't, it's something that you insert into your veins. And she was addicted to that. So my dad took me away from her when I was 3 months old and brought me to California. I wasn't born in California, I was raised in California. So he brought me to California. He would take me to visit my mom. And I'm sorry if I get emotional. This is why I'm doing this on a video and not on live. He would take me to see my mom every weekend. I remember going to see my mom, of course, as a baby, I don't remember, but all the way back to when I was like 5 years old, I remember I would go see my mom and my siblings that my mom had from previous relationships and after I was born as well. He would take me to see her every weekend. I'm sorry that I'm crying, guys. And honestly, I feel like that was the worst thing my dad could have did. No matter what my mom did or had going on or choices she made with her life, I feel that was the worst thing he could have done, is take me away from my mom. And the reason why I say this, a lot of people probably tell me, how can you say that? You know, he took you away from her when she had an addiction. It doesn't matter. He cheated me out of my mom. Yeah, I got to see her on the weekends. But all the way back to when I was like 6, 7 years old, all the way till I was like 15 years old, my dad was child MOL me. Okay, I can't say the whole thing. Child MOL-ing me. Okay? I hope you guys are following along. I might have to do a part 2 to this part of the story. So I would go see my mom on the weekends, and I would never say anything. I would never say anything because the fear I had of my dad, you know. Yeah, the fear I had of my dad. So when I would go see my mom, it was like the happiest time of my life, you know. Yeah, I would see my mom doing her thing because she was a H. She had an addiction to H. And as I got a little bigger, I started asking her questions because it was told to me, but I asked her questions because she had tracks on her arms, she had tracks on her neck, she had tracks on her legs. She had a lot of tracks. My mom would sell her body. She was a PRO institute. I hope you guys are following along with me. I've seen my mom do it. As I got bigger, I seen the tricks picking her up. I seen a lot of things. Once again, I wasn't a perfect kid myself. I would run the streets. I got into my neighborhood when I was like 13 years old. I don't say on here what it was, what it is, I don't, because that's my past. This is who I am now. You know, a dad's always supposed to protect his daughter, his kids, especially his daughter. I didn't get that. It was the opposite. He had his way with me anytime he wanted to. Anytime he wanted to. Had me perform things to him. Anytime he said to do it. So at the age of 14, I ended up getting pregnant with my first son. And that was my way out of my house. That was a way of me putting a stop to what my dad was doing to me. Was it the right decision? No, but I do not regret any of my kids. By the way, I have 7 kids. That was my way of putting an end to what my dad was doing to me. At the age of 15, I left my house when I had my son. And I went to live with the father of my son, father of my kids. We ended up having more kids. So I dropped out of school. And I went to continuation. There's going to be a part 2, guys.